Greetings, Commanders. Welcome to another episode of Surviving Mars. And in this episode, we are going to be doing more of the terraforming aspect and actually having trees and greenery all over the Martian landscape. I hope you enjoyed the previous episode. We did some do-it-yourself, updated the MacBook Pro 5.3. It's definitely a different thing that we tried doing ambient sounds. I hope you don't mind. Someone suggested I didn't talk a lot in that video and just let the things that I do to prepare a machine for that thing. So someone wanted that. Someone specifically requested that. But as far as this episode is concerned, if you're new to the channel and you haven't hit subscribe and you're wondering, is this worth doing? An action worth doing? Well, all of my videos regarding surviving Mars and gameplay like this is mostly what I play, space games, things that have to do with STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I tend to be on the side of the space realm because I am one of the guardians that you probably can Google what a guardian is, but that is what I do for my day job. But as far as what I do for this channel, I tend to talk about the future and what is to come, right? So if you ever wondered what it's going to be like preparing for a trip to Mars, this game and other games like this, like Surviving Mars, has a lot of concepts that deal with a lot of the things you'll encounter being in Mars. So having a colony on Mars, there's a lot of things you should take care of. And in this game, you manage the resources that you need. We're still pretty low on metals, and we're trying to get that through the asteroid missions. And the ultimate goal of this game is to have completely terraformed Mars into an habitable planet, which means you need all the 100% atmosphere, heat, water, moisture or water, and some vegetation. So here are some of the scenarios that we were presented with. This was a really long game that I played. It was 12 hours long just to get the ability to have trees in my area. If you didn't know, I recorded 3 months worth of content, and instead of telling you what stuff that I chose, I wanted to present to you the different scenarios that you'll encounter in a 12-hour span. So this is like a montage of all the scenarios you have. If you want to keep away from spoilers, I will try to do some timestamps so that you can avoid spoiling yourself. But I did not mention or click on any of your choices. But these are the things that you can look forward to. I hope you whether or not you take a glance, these are things that are good to think about. So especially one of the scenarios deals with Earth Trojans and things that happen regarding the electronics of the things that you produce or manufacture. There's often things you have to consider on a different planet, like cybersecurity aspect of it. They delve on it a little bit in this game, and not too far in advance, but my mystery is actually artificial intelligence, which is what I have my postgraduate studies on, AI and machine learning. But anyway, being on an asteroid is kind of challenging. The most challenging thing is if you have colonists, which I think we've done that a couple of times now, and no one has died yet, thankfully, if you knock on wood. But I think before, when I was still new at it, I did not plan it through and just had the passengers on board in the rocket without any foundation on the surface of the asteroid. So what you want to do, I mentioned this before, is land something first with the infrastructure you need, and then place down the infrastructure, the solar panels, the life support, oxygen, water, and a supply of food, and then have your astronauts or colonists land. So you can actually have your rocket stay in the orbit or in the near vicinity of it, and your colonists can survive. I think it's 180 hours. I can't remember. It's some sort of, you have enough time to build what you need while they're still suspended in space, because there's life support on the rocket itself. That makes sense. Anyway, we do a bit of stuff underground as well, looking to clear some rubble. I don't really do much at the underground, come to think of it. When I was playing this game, my main goal was to do the 100% of the terraforming aspect of the game and all the milestones, so that I can, be okay, be relieved that there's nothing not finished before I head out to my new assignment. I am in the process of moving to a different place, and I wanted to make sure I had content for you guys, so I recorded 3 months worth of videos, so multiple sessions in one day. I think in the total of it, I had 21 videos or something like that, ready to be edited, and I spent a week doing 7 videos in that span. 7 videos for 3 days. I think 7 videos for 2 days, and that took a while. It definitely tested my ability to edit, so my way of editing videos has evolved to be able to be quick and efficient, including the way that I talk about the videos. So I try not to reveal the time of which I record the videos, but I wanted to be honest with you guys. This is after New Year's, and I am projecting a video that's 3 months in advance, so it's a little confusing, but I keep in mind of the day. If it's a holiday or something like that, I keep in mind of the day. So it's February. We missed Valentine's Day. February, we did that do-it-yourself video on February 15th. By the way, I did not send it to a significant other, that MacBook, but it sort of fell on that date that people usually send gifts, but that's not what it was. It was a gift, but it wasn't to a significant other. But anyway, more on this. We are spending a lot of time trying to get resources from the asteroids, because in order to do things that involve upgrading the seeds or the greenery on the planet, you need a lot of seeds. You need water or the resources you need to send to do the vegetation missions are 100 seeds and a lot of fuel. So I needed, most of all, I needed metals and polymers, because the most basic requirements are scarce. So I need electronics to be able to make electronics. Or no, I needed metals to make electronic parts, and electronic parts reinforce the domes, and the domes and buildings, and the buildings house the colonists. They need to survive, and the colonists need to be able to make things work, and some of them are the farmers. But the open farm it regulates itself, but the only problem is I don't have a lot of drones to be able to extract as much as we need to divvy up the different domes that I have. So there's definitely a production delay if you don't have that sort of thing. Eventually, you'll see that we have some greenery come up. I unlocked the ability to have what you call shrubbery, or the one before the trees that has the ability to have seeds. So once you have the surplus of seeds, you can do more of the greenery missions. These missions for vegetation take a long time because you basically start at 0%, right? The stuff that you plant, the lichen and the basic plants, the grass, it takes forever to grow. And by then, even if you spread it out a little bit, you're only contributing to like 0.1% of the growth of the things that are needed for actual vegetation on the planet. So, but the seeds are definitely needed. There are the terraforming missions where it mentions that as the percentage increases for vegetation, that the wind eventually carries the seeds around and more sporadic vegetation occurs. So there's also a thing with vegetation that you need is water, and because your production line needs to be good, you need a lot of fuel too. So I eventually ran out of fuel and I had to correct that by making more fuel pumps. On an asteroid, you do have the ability to create fuel. That way you can return back home or up to different asteroids. I think I do that for a couple missions, but I tend to get everything from the planet. So all in all, we successfully did most of the terraforming missions. This was a really long playthrough, I think 12 hours worth of video, and I had to cut a bunch of scenes to be able to stitch it up to a 14-minute video. Someone suggested I do these shorter videos because there's numerous amount of Let's Plays that are out there, and the way that I'm doing things right now, I'm listening to data on analytics. I know it's a couple of months of data behind, but that's what was also suggested, that I look at my data. Now that I'm a YouTube partner, thanks for that, by the way. I wanted to make sure that I catered to the audience that's actually watching. I still think a lot of people that watch my videos from previous comments are saying my voice helps them fall asleep or relax or, curb their anxiety, and I'm honored to help in some sort of way, with somebody's health or mental health or anything that would help out. I'm all here for you. But anyway, this is all the time that we have. Thank you all for watching. This is John Nezodam signing out. If you liked the video, I almost forgot. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to not miss any future videos, hit the subscribe button. You could also join for some member videos. Anyway, stay safe. Take care. This is John Nezodam signing out. Remember, you're essential.